Before we begin, I would like to issue a trigger warning. This video contains graphic description and extremely graphic images that may be very disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Please proceed cautiously. This is a Halloween special and is in no way to bring light of the murders that took place here. Hey, what up? Welcome back to the playground. It is me, Angey Lee. Welcome back to another Halloween special. Today we are going to talk about Joel Michael Guy Jr., who brutally murdered his parents on the afternoon of November 27th of 2016, just 3 days after Thanksgiving dinner. Joel Michael Guy Jr. has just been tried and convicted this month of the brutal murders of his parents. Joel had been living in Baton Rouge, Louisiana for nearly a decade, where he attended Louisiana State University with his parents supporting him financially. He traveled to their home in Knoxville, Tennessee for a Thanksgiving feast with his parents and sisters and their kids. Joel Guy Sr. and his wife Lisa were planning on telling Joel Jr. after Thanksgiving that year that they could no longer support their 28-year-old son. They had planned to sell the house and move. Joel Jr. was supposed to be sent home on Friday, however, for some reason he stayed 3 days longer. On November 7th, weeks before the Thanksgiving dinner, Joel Jr. had started preparing for the killings by purchasing knives and chemicals. On Sunday, November 27th, just after noon, Lisa Guy was caught on security camera at the local Walmart picking up groceries. Those groceries were found in the front entrance to the home. They had never been put away. Joel Jr. had intended to burn the house down after the murders, however, by 3:30 that afternoon, he was spotted on the same security camera going to Walmart to buy bandages to take care of the wounds on his hand that he received during the fight with his father, which is believed to have put a halt to his plans of burning the house down. It is believed that Joel Jr. killed his father while his mother was shopping and then surprised her when she got in the door by luring her up the stairs. On Monday, November 28th, Lisa Guy's boss called in a welfare check to the police when Lisa didn't show up for work. This is what the police discovered when they entered the home.
Clear. Store says some dog in. Knives. Yeah, I think so. That's what I think. That's what it looks like. It's your fucking hand. Get out now. I ain't cleared. We not cleared this. There's blood all over it though. You want to? Can't back out. Everybody back out. We need to start. No, what do you got here? Everything else already. You know, everything else already. I'll get on that. Don't call anybody out. I don't need shit blown up. I'll get on that.
Joel Jr. had been maliciously plotting the murders of his parents, and he left his book of plans at the crime scene. Joel was arrested Tuesday night outside of his Baton Rouge apartment. The crime scene was horrific. Joel had stabbed his father 42 times in the exercise room. He stabbed his mother 31 times at the top of the stairs. He proceeded to cut their bodies up and place them into homemade acidic solution consisting of liquid fire, hydrogen peroxide, sewer cleaner, and bleach in plastic containers. He turned on the heaters and turned up the thermostat. The home was at 90 degrees downstairs and 95 degrees upstairs. Joel carried his mother's head down the stairs and placed it in a large stock pot to cook, where it sat cooking for days. Here is the walkthrough of the crime scene.
And this is just like approaching the garage. And this evidence marker is on its side to mark this piece of evidence. And it's so windy it blows it over. And so I'm using my gloved hand to grab it and put it within, like inside the garage, to keep it from blowing away again. So this is approaching through the garage into a sort of eat-in kitchen area. So table in the eat-in kitchen. Random items in the kitchen floor. And then this is the kitchen proper. So it's important to note here that the stovetop is on in this large stock pot.
At this point, do you have any knowledge of anything being inside the stock pot?
No. So this is continuing kind of to the other side of the kitchen counter. And then on into the formal dining room area of the residence. So this is, I'm stepping into the foyer of the residence. This is the front door, and it faces the street. And here I'm noting that the heating unit for the house, for the downstairs of the house, is set to 90 degrees, and it was very, very warm in there. And that's the front door and some miscellaneous groceries that are sitting in the floor. So this is just a half bath that's in the downstairs. So this is the living room downstairs in the residence. And you can see on this side it's open to the eat-in kitchen. This is the back door, and you'll note it's missing a doorknob. I don't believe this one was on. So off the living room here is this kind of little office area. So that's what that next doorway is. So there's some reddish brown staining right here, and we refer to things that we believe to be blood as reddish brown staining in forensics before they're tested and confirmed by a lab to be blood. So if you hear us refer to RBS or reddish brown staining, that's what that is. So here's more RBS down the side of the wall, and here at this gate, and on the banister as well. So this is just the landing at the top of the stairs, just kind of a small, almost foyer type area. There's more of that reddish brown staining on the wall. And this is the master bedroom of the residence. And I know we had to turn the volume of the video down so that you could hear me speak while I describe it, but the sound in the video changes at this point. There's a loud noise in here because there's a heater on and blowing within the room. Yes. You can see the bag moving right there in the breeze being put off from the heater. It was turned on I think at the highest setting it could go. This is one of my coworkers who's also on scene with me. So this is the heater that was on, presumably the highest fan setting on it, like a fan. And this is going into the master bathroom. So what you're seeing here is plastic sheeting that's on the ground in two large Rubbermaid type tubs. And this is a shower with a hose attached to the top. Attachment, the shower head has been removed and a hose has been put there instead, like a garden hose type of thing. It was liquid with pieces of human body in it. in each of them. Both tubs had body parts in them, and they were kind of bulging on the sides.
Is there a heater in the bathroom?
There is a heater in the bathroom. At this time, it's not on. But the master bedroom area of the house was definitely the warmest part of the house. And the upstairs was even warmer than the downstairs of the house. So, to the best of my recollection, the only heater that's on besides the central heat and air units is the one here in the master bedroom. See, this is the heater I was talking about that's in the master bedroom, but it's turned off right now. It's unplugged. So this is a set of like dishwashing gloves that are turned inside out on the counter there. This is the rest of the hose. Now we're walking back into the upstairs foyer. And now we're going into the guest bedroom. There's more reddish brown staining in the floor. A suitcase here. These are tops to blue Rubbermaid containers that were similar, if not the same ones, for the ones in the master bath. So these are the lids. And there's a bunch of textbooks here and some medication. This is a dresser. There's like a box of bullets there, box of gloves that's been opened, a container of hydrogen peroxide. It's food grade hydrogen peroxide with some reddish brown staining on it. And here on the other side of the bed is a backpack. And then moving towards the bed, there's some reddish brown staining on the bed. And a laptop computer. This is back out into the foyer. And this is the upstairs temperature control. And it's at 95 degrees at this point. So this is kind of across the hallway from the guest room is a room that I think we refer to in our notes as a storage room. There's more reddish brown staining on the door frame of that room. So we're coming back out into the hallway at this point. And there's a bathroom on the right, a laundry room on the left, and straight ahead is kind of a bonus exercise room kind of thing. It's over the garage of the residence. So this is the hall bathroom. It's a pile of clothes and towel on the floor. Right here in the corner, what we're trying to show is that there's a pile of, looks like used medical tape and bandage type stuff. So there's a lot of stuff on top of the vanity and a lot of reddish brown staining.
Joel Jr. did not have a history of mental health issues. His sister said that everything was normal and happy at their family's Thanksgiving dinner that Thursday night. On October 2nd, 2020, the verdict was reached. Just 1 week of trial and only 3 hours of deliberations.
I've been told the jury's reached a verdict. All right, please bring our jury in. Folks, please rise for our jury. All right, everyone, you may be seated. Does the state waive the call, jury? Defense waive the call? Welcome back, folks. Madam Foreperson, I understand the jury has reached a unanimous verdict in all 7 counts. Is that correct?
We, the jury, find the defendant, Joel Michael Guy, guilty of first-degree premeditated murder of Joel Guy Sr.
Count number 2, please.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Joel Michael Guy, guilty of first-degree premeditated murder of Lisa Guy.
Count number 3.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Joel Michael Guy, guilty of first-degree felony murder of Lisa Guy.
Count number 4.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Joel Michael Guy, guilty of first-degree felony murder of Joel Guy Sr.
Count number 5.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Joel Michael Guy, guilty of felony murder of Lisa Guy.
Count number 6.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Joel Michael Guy, guilty of abuse of a corpse of Joel Guy Sr.
And count number 7.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Joel Michael Guy, guilty of abuse of a corpse of Lisa Guy.
Thank you, Madam Foreperson.
Joel Michael Guy Jr. will return on court on November 19th for final sentencing. Thank you for watching this morning's Halloween special. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to click that like button, comment down below what your thoughts were, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Love ya.